Hi, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to look at more problems on differentiation. In this particular video, this is just the part one of 3 videos that would explain the solutions of A, B, C. So let's just get right into it. Now we have this function, y equal to secant square 12 theta. I want to find the derivative of this. So it's dy d theta because the function is in terms of theta, right? Now, when you look at this, it might not be immediately clear what method would solve the problem, but once you start substituting values for the functions, it becomes clearer. So when you substitute another variable to simplify this function further, that would make it very clear what you need to do. So we'll just, first of all, just rewrite this in a proper way. Secant 12 theta all square. So this is what it means by this square here. Okay. Now, when you see this, now it becomes clear that you're dealing with what? Chain rule, right? So what's the chain? What's the chain here? And notice that you have secant of 12 theta all square. It's just one function, but then we have nested functions together as one. Okay, the first function, so this is the, so let's write them from external to the innermost. So this is the external one. The last one is the external one. Then when we enter inside the function, this would be the middle. And then this is the internal one, 12 theta. Okay, and what did we say about chain rule? We just find the derivative of the external multiplied by the derivative of the middle multiplied by the derivative of the internal. So you can do this problem at a go, but we are going to break it down to make it easier for people who do not understand how to do it at once. So what do? We substitute a variable for the internal part of this function. So apart from the last one, external, the rest of the functions, we substitute a value, a variable for it. So let's say u. So this means y becomes u squared. Now notice that what we want to go from y to x, right? So we are looking for dy dx, but now we have to pass through u. Okay, so which means dy dx would become dy du times du dx. All right. Now, what is dy du? So dy du is the derivative of this function with respect to u. So that gives us what? Dy du. This is quite easy. That is just 2u. Okay. Now, what is difficult is to find du dx. Remember, your u is what? Secant 12 theta. Oh, sorry. This is not going to be. This is not x. This is theta. So we have to rewrite this. So this is not the y dx, it has to be, so we are talking about the y d theta. So you're going to go from y to theta, then we have to go through u du d theta. So the problem is we need to find du d theta. Now, again, notice that what you have nested function here as well, secant and what? 12 theta. So this is the inner function, interior, and this is the exterior of this one. Now, we are going to do this one at once, so pay attention. So to find du d theta, what it means is you have to find the derivative of the external one multiplied by the derivative of the internal function. Now, derivative of secant function is what? Secant of that function multiplied by what? Tan of that function. So that will be secant of whatever function is here inside of the secant, which is 12 theta, multiplied by what? Tan of whatever function is inside the secant here, which is 12 theta again. So this is the derivative of the external function, which is secant. We now multiply this with the derivative of the internal function, which is derivative of 12 theta with respect to theta, that is just 12. Okay, so you could also use chain rule again, substitute value v for 12 theta, and then you solve all over again, like we did in the first case. But because this is internal part of a bigger problem, we don't have to show all the workings for this one. We can just quickly write the answer if we understand how chain rule works, which we do, right, by this example. So basically, this gives us 12 secant 12 theta tan 12 theta. Now, this is what? Du d theta. So now we come back here to find dy d theta. So what is dy d theta? So dy d theta is just what? Remember, is dy du, which is 2u, multiplied by what? Du d theta, which is 12 secant 12 theta tan 12 theta. Now, what is u? Remember, we said 2u. What is u? U is what? Don't forget, u is what? Secant 12 theta. So the answer is 2 secant 12 theta multiplied by 12 secant 12 theta tan 12 theta. And we can write this, the final answer, by simplifying. 2 times 12 is 24. We have 24 secant 12 theta all square, okay, tan 12 theta. So this is the answer to the problem. Okay, so this is the end of this particular one. In the next video, we are going to look at the part 2 of this problem.